When my eldest son Thomas was 7, I went to pick him up from school one afternoon, and his teacher called me to one side. Said, "Can I just have a quick word?" So I thought, "Oh no, what's he done now?" And the teacher said, "I've got to tell you this." She said, "We did it today. We did What Does My Dad Do?" And all the children were standing up saying, "My father's an accountant, my dad's a banker." She said, "Your Thomas stood up very proudly and announced to the whole class, 'My dad's Jack the Ripper.'" I started my walking tours in 1982, and at the time I was a postman working just down the road from here. This was the area that my round was in. And going round, I started seeing all these wonderful street names that I recognised from childhood reading. And so I started researching it, and then when I'd be sitting on the frame sorting, I'd start telling the postman stories about the area. So I put an advert in Time Out one Sunday afternoon in 1982 for a ghost walk to start at Bank Station, and 18 people turned up. And I did that tour, and I've done it ever since. And so I've been going now for over 30 years. Our Jack the Ripper tour is unique in that every one of our guides is an expert on the subject. So they're not just guides who are learning a script, reciting a script, and that's it. These are guides who've written books on Jack the Ripper. There's John Bennett, Philip Hutchinson, myself, and we've all written between us 10 books on Jack the Ripper. So when you come on our Jack the Ripper walk, you're getting taken around with guides who, they're not just guides, they're people who know the subject and have a passion for the subject. And that's what a lot of our clients comment on, that you can actually see the passion. The business has changed an awful lot in the last 30 or so years. First of all, it was leafleting and adverts. I mean, that was it. It was word of mouth, and that's how you did your business. And throughout the early 90s, it started to change an awful lot. And more people were coming from the websites. And I thought, well, this is actually quite good, because it's not costing me anything. It's not that I've got to print 50,000 leaflets every year. And then, of course, Google started becoming a big company, in came AdWords, things started changing. And then around about 2011, 2012, Google began moving the goalposts. And I think a lot of people then felt they lost control. And that's when I decided I needed a professional company to help me, or to take the worry off it all for me, and that's where Creare came in. One noticeable change in the business is it's got very, very competitive. When I started out, there was maybe myself and maybe one or two other people doing it. Now there's probably about 30 companies doing it, and since the SEO campaign, there's more and more people coming on board, because it's a competitive business. We're still getting the bookings. Bookings are increasing specific times of year, but the important thing is that they're keeping us there. And that's the nice thing, because you can have the best website in the world, but if nobody can find you, then you might as well just be shouting from inside a dustbin. Who's got the time now to sort of figure out everything Google's doing? So it was important that I had some company that I could go to them and say, look, I don't want to worry. It's your worry, it's not mine. If I slip, you worry about it, you get me back up there. And that's how I approached Creare, and I found Creare to be terrific. I've been with them since 2012 on the SEO, and they've been fantastic about it. And as I say, there's always someone there I can talk to. When I panic a bit, I can phone up. And what's nice about them is I never feel rushed. If I want to sort of say, I've got this idea, and I can phone someone up in the SEO department, they'll take the time, listen to me, and either say, yeah, it's a great idea, or no, it's a lousy idea. But I find I can talk to them, and I think that is so important today as far as web companies go.